Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Qigong. Good morning. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, everybody. Welcome to Monday. 3 minutes late, that's very good for me. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Right, I need you to start just with this. I have managed to get myself completely wedged in with the boys behind me. So I'm just going to put the lights on. There we go, that's better. Oh, glorious Technicolor. Right, now, I don't know if I'm going to have enough room. Let's see. I'm going to do my best. The boys might collapse behind me. Good evening from Australia. Good evening to you. Good evening. I just watched, by the way, this amazing documentary on Netflix last night. It was this Australian guy who was like a photographer, film crew guy who had a bit of a breakdown and lived on the west coast of Australia in this really ferocious sea, in these kelp forests in the water, and ended up observing this octopus. Has anyone seen it? My Octopus Teacher, I think it's called. It was absolutely spellbinding. We were all crying our eyes out at the end. It was incredible. This guy just starts swimming in these kelp things because he has a breakdown, and then sort of suddenly discovers this octopus. And she's obviously a wild octopus, and he ends up tracking her entire life. And of course, obviously she has to die at the end because obviously animals die in the wild. But oh my God, it was spellbinding. If anyone hasn't watched it, I really recommend it. It was just so beautiful, and it was so on track with the kind of stuff that we talk about every morning in our group, because it was all about connection to nature. Talking of which, let me just open the window. Open the window, guys, if you haven't. Get that air in. There we go. Oh, that's better. Right, I'm a bit squashed in here, but never mind. Right, I've got all my notes from last night's feed. Anyway, it was just all about that sort of connection to nature, and that's what he'd felt. He felt completely disconnected in the Western life that he was living. And swimming in this cold, it was 7 degrees, this sea, and really tough sea. And he learned to swim in it and hold his breath and then film this beautiful creature that he basically fell in love with. And I don't blame him, because basically we all were as well. Anyway, it was a brilliant programme, highly recommend it. And to bring into the group this morning how important it is on a daily basis in our lives to connect back to nature and the Tao, because that is what we are connected to. And half of our problems are because we have disconnected ourselves from it just by virtue of modern living. So use this 45 minutes together to just give yourself time to just check into your inner world. Give your body these minutes each day to support it, to feed it with breath, to remind your mind about the facts of life, the truth of life, what we're doing, why we're doing it, why we're going through the day ahead that we're going through. And then let's just swing our arms for a second, just let everyone join. Lovely to see you all. There. Now, so many ideas about what to talk about this morning. We obviously did a menopause/hormones live feed last night, and I was a bit rusty, if I'm honest. I haven't done a live feed for ages because I've been away. So the plan is, I didn't get through all the questions. I still don't quite feel like I answered everything as well as I could have done. So we're going to do it all over again next Sunday, because there's still lots I haven't answered. So my whole studio of work is literally here. I've got the boys, I've got my notes here, keep twisting. I've got my note files are there. Over here is all the teaching aids. Look, everything's lined up. So it's all here ready to go. So I thought what we'd do is let's just start shaking now. I'm just going to recap a little bit this morning, okay, on just everything. Okay, I'm just going to talk for a bit. Let's just copy my moves, guys, okay? We know what we're doing. Breathe and shake. Shake to your limit. If you can't shake very much, that's absolutely fine. Just sway. If swaying is good, sway. What I want you to do is I want to just dislodge this, okay, because we've just been asleep. So whatever you need to do to get that moving. So gentle swaying, vigorous shaking, whatever it is. And then I'm going to talk to you for a bit. Because first of all, I was thinking, if you've got any kind of hormonal issue whatsoever, okay, whether it's period pain, polycystic ovaries, inexplicable weight gain that just doesn't seem to go away, menopause issues, hot flushes, acne, any of these things, okay, and it's hormones. The point in Chinese medicine is that hormones is an imbalance of yin and yang, okay? Let's just get it back to sort of language that we can talk in. And normally what's happening is the kidneys are responsible for the yin and the yang balance, and the kidneys get involved in the stress response. They then start producing adrenaline because they're under stress, and that's what they have to do. And then in comes the cortisol, and then in goes the glucose from the liver, and on, and it all sort of piles in together, okay? And the trick for hormones is 1, focus on the kidneys, and 2, focus on the liver. And then 3, check your digestion, because that's going to make things worse, okay? But it's in that order. So kidneys, liver, spleen. Those are your fact sheets. So that's a basic, quick roundup of yesterday. That is what you need to know. No matter what those symptoms are, those are the organs getting involved, okay? But then this morning I was getting ready for class, and I opened my curtains this morning. I was like, oh my God, okay, it's autumn. Okay, start drumming, everyone. It's autumn, okay, it's without question, we've got that autumn feeling in the air. It's damp and dewy, and I was thinking, right, and then my daughter came in, of course, she had a sore throat. I was like, oh my God. So it's like, can't you go to school? She clearly had the beginnings of the cold, quite clearly. So anyway, we had all that drama going on this morning, and the kids are snotty, and they're going, already. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be a nightmare for the schools, because kids all go off anyway because they get colds in the wintertime, as do we. And then how do you differentiate between a cold and COVID? And then are they going to have to stay home every single time they have a sniffle? And all this was going on at like 6 o'clock this morning in my house. And I was thinking, well, there I was last night saying to everyone, okay, so you've got to look after your kidneys, you've got to look after your liver, then you've got to look after your digestion. And now I'm going, well, you've got to look after your lungs. And then with all the melodrama and the horrendousness of self-isolation and no groups and no parties and none of this going on, you've got to look after your heart. So I have managed to talk my way around, keep tapping, to, the 5-element diagram. Heart, spleen, lungs, kidney, liver. The 5 key organs, which is what's in here, which is basically my message for today. Is, you know what, guys? No matter what your problem is, no matter what it is, okay, you've got to drill it back to the 5 organs. So the more that you do to strengthen those 5 organs, the better your health and the better your chances of navigating yourself through a lurgy-free winter as best as possible. And it's really, really important to do this. So that was really my message today, was just, we've got to look after our organs, okay? Look after your organs and your organs will look after you. This is the key thing, right, Ruby? There we go, that's the message for today. Look after your organs and your organs will look after you. We've got these free fact sheets. Ruby, do a swipe up today, please, so people know that they're there. There's lots of new people joined over this weekend. That's the other thing. Oh my God. Like, we were at sort of 23,000 earlier last week, and we were planning a party for maybe next Sunday, the Sunday after, thinking, okay, got plenty of time. Suddenly, it all just went a bit berserk. Right, down the outside of the legs, up the inside. So lots and lots of new people joined, so welcome. I've just realised I forgot to say that at the beginning. They probably wondered what on earth I'm going on about. Up. There we go. Just a little twist just to finish that one off. In fact, if you've got your tapper, just grab your tapper. If you're new and you don't have a tapper yet, that's fine. Just stay with a loosely clenched fist as I just showed you. But for those who've invested in a tapper, just do this for a couple of minutes. But the most important thing you can now do at this time of year is look after your organs. Ensure that your immune system is working to its absolute optimum and look after your organs. And I'm afraid to say, guys, that when COVID hit this country, we were in spring, going into summer, okay? The weather was with us. The weather is no longer going to be with us. And I'm not fear-mongering because there's a solution. You have to take more care. And by more care, I do not mean sanitising your hand and wearing a mask, because we're doing that anyway. Okay, this is about going to find elderberries. There's loads of them out there right now. And hawthorns and rose hips, they're everywhere. They are everywhere. And picking them and making them into lettuces. These things are really good for the vitamin C of the body. Much better than some orange juice from a carton, which was pressed weeks ago and sterilised and transported. Okay, you need to pick things from your environment. Okay, you can make linctuses, you can make juices, you can make teas out of these things. There's loads of recipes. I'm going to be doing it myself. Okay, elderberries are still out there. Elderberries are a natural antiviral. There's a post going up today about it with my recipe. But if you've got elderberries near you, please go and pick them. They're still there. okay? Apples literally growing on the trees. You can stew them and freeze them, and they are what we should be eating. If you're sorry, I know not everyone's in England, but if you're in England, if you're not, eat locally. Look at what's around you in the wild, okay? Pick it, preserve it like they used to, okay? Because I was in London this weekend and I was just thinking, God, everything's just packed and packaged and refined, and even in the nice places that you go to where you think, oh, well, it's more expensive, so it's going to be better quality. I'm like, yeah, but it's still all processed, and it's not often kind of from where you live. And we've got to try and bring that into your environment as much as possible. So spend your weekends in natural environments as much as you possibly can, okay? And do practices like this to strengthen your body on a day-to-day basis, okay? That is what we need to do. You've got to look after those key organs. If you want your hormones balanced, the stress response under control, and the best chance for your immune system to work efficiently, these are the kind of techniques that we need to be doing. Okay, so on the basis of, so one final thing to say for the basic thing for the immune system is to allow those cells to move freely around the body. So regular tapping. If you're now back at work, take a tapper to the office, tap the body, gua sha your throat every single night before you go to bed. Gua sha. Use a jam jar lid, use the body restorer on the neck. You can use the body restorer here just to really get rid. Use the body restorer over the chest, okay? Keep your immune system functioning. Gua sha strengthens the immune system. It's one of the first things that it does. Right, and look after your organs. So on that note, let's start going into our organs with our intention and our knowledge all lined up now. We know what we're doing. We know we need to look after our organs. We know why. Get your intention is, which is like this morning, I'm going to do my organs a favour and I'm going to give them some support. And then we start to amplify by being a bit stupid. So ready with me. So you can stomp, you can drum. If you'd rather not, you can just hold the organ or hold the lower belly. Okay, you can sway or stamp your feet, because I find that gives me that sort of binary feeling in my body, which is that kind of boom, 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 boom synthesis. So breathe in and breathe in. Really claw down with that tiger move. You want to use that to get that. You've just released it with the sound, so then you want to spew it out. Oh, Ruby, that's a good one. We want to spew it out, okay? That is what we are doing. We are spewing it out. Right, ready, go to the heart, and breathe in. Spew it out, folks. Breathe in. Go to the spleen and breathe in. Breathe in. Go to the liver and go to the kidneys, breathe in. Breathe in. Breathe in. Back to the heart. For those of you that are new, this is the healing sounds, and what happens is you're working on a very fine vibration which basically strengthens the organs. Each organ has a sound and a vibration, and every day we purge out at the beginning of the class old toxicity that you're dragging around with you that doesn't serve you anymore, and you do it with the vibration. What you then do is create a nice empty space in the body, like the wire Buddha on my Instagram. Or if you look at him down on the feed, you'll see that there's a wire Buddha statue. We're trying to create this empty space, because with this empty space, we can fill it with the next set of the exercise, which is the lovely Kelly, who has a timer for 1 minute, and then we are going to laugh to fill that empty space back with new endorphin energy. Incredibly good for the immune system, which is, I'm banging on about this now massively, because we're going into cold weather and we're going to start catching stuff. And the problem is, if you catch a cold, then you're going to be like signed back off work again, because everyone's going to go, oh my God, you might have COVID. Like my daughter this morning, my first thought was, oh my God, you've clearly got a cold, but now you're going to have to be at home for 2 weeks. And you think, if the entire country does this, we're going to have a complete nightmare on our hands. So we've got to look after our immune systems, and laughter strengthens it for 24 hours. So Kelly gets her stopwatch out, and thank you for Kelly and her stopwatch, because it means that every single person on this feed who's watching it at any time of day, thanks to her, is going to strengthen their immune system. So with me, drum your abdomen, guys. Just drum that laughter into the body. Keep going. Doesn't matter if you cry. Doesn't matter if you can't do it. Just go with me, okay? Welcome to the crazy class, ladies. Farting, Catherine. Get those evil winds out whilst we're at it. Anyone farts in the Qigong lesson, which happens a lot, that is a good thing. Keep laughing. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Right, we have to purge at the beginning of this class. The root of health: purge and nourish. Get rid of that which doesn't serve you. Empty out the space and fill it with good, positive energy. Okay, and then the minute you're doing that, your energy vibration goes up. Okay, it goes up into the frequency, and then to seal the deal, we take the healing sounds again and we sing them back into the body, because they raise the vibration of the body. And it means, rather than flummering down here or doing, oh God, I'm exhausted, I'm tired, I feel miserable, I'm so angry and pissed off and upset about everything, you can get yourself up into your higher self, and your frequency is higher. It makes you healthier. It makes you less likely to get sick, which is why people used to go to temples all the time. But now we kind of don't really do that very much. We're all a bit lost. So get back into the healing sounds. Get back into yourself. So zzz, you can hold zzz, or drum if you want. Zzz. Breathe in to the heart. Splendid life. Welcome back to the spleen and wall. Breathe in to the liver. Morning Forest, Somerset. Yes, everybody, please join me in singing. I've gone into a plain chant, but that's because I'm trying to heal you with a vibration. Right, let's go to the kidneys. Breathe in Chu. Just receive the sound at the same time, it will help you. Chu. Breathe in. Now we go to the other side of fire. Breathe in. Breathe in. There. Right, now just give yourself a nice little tap at the top of the head. Let those smile into your body. Smile at the craziness of the whole thing. There is method in this madness, okay? The idea of me singing to you so loudly is to create a resonance, which your ears hear, which goes into your kidneys, which goes into your bones, okay? And they are like the deep, deep structure. Hello, bones. Hello. SPF himself. These are the deep structures of the body, okay? This is the body in its entirety. This is what happens. And those vibrations go deep into the bones, and it gives you a very, very profound sort of movement into the body. Okay, and of course what we're doing is we're staying in a state of grace. That's what they would call it, i.e. orbiting with the high vibrations of the organs, which is gratitude, joy, integrity and trust, compassion and forgiveness, and wisdom. These are the high vibrations of the body. If you stay up in those higher spiritual virtues, you keep the vibration, the frequency of the body. Yes, well, SPF was moved, and I need to get his head's in the wrong place. Hello. I don't know if I can get him to work it. Hello, everyone. Okay, I'm clearly not a ventriloquist, am I? Anyway, at some point or other I'll sort that out, but I haven't had time, I'm afraid. So SPF will just have to stay like that. Right, come on, without further ado, let's get moving. Now, the second part of the class, guys, is that what we've done is we've created lovely, fresh Qi. Okay, Qi, which is the life force of the body. Qigong means life force practice. Every day we're building this Qi, strengthening our bodies, giving us energy for the day ahead. Okay, this is like breakfast for the body. It's as important to practice Qigong as it is to eat your food. I cannot emphasize enough how important Qigong is for strengthening the immune system, keeping the body strong and well, keeping you symptom free. So just do these lovely stretches. Go to your level. If you're in bed or you're sitting, that's fine. Just work with what you can do. If your body is impaired with its movements, focus more on the breath and on the intention. Really breathe down into this lower belly. Breathe, smile. Allow the body to relax and enjoy this lovely stretch. Go round, down to the front. Round to the back, go the other way. These twists, there's a lot of twisting in Qigong, a lot of twisting around the middle. You're working on the liver and the spleen and the kidneys, the digestive tract, giving you a nice sculpted waist. Keeping the body relaxed. You burn calories doing this. Aaron and I, by the way, we did the first animal flow on Saturday, which, if anyone's interested, is happening now at 11 o'clock this morning. His first classes, which I will be on. If you're looking for the more dynamic end of Qigong, come onto his class. You don't have to do the full week's course. You can just come straight into the flow and pick it up. He's a really good teacher. The class is amazing. And I had one of those caloriometer things on, which I object to, by the way, because it's not about calories in, calories out. But just because I want to talk the language that other people talk, in 45 minutes, I burnt 400 calories on that class. And it was all like this. It was kind of that lovely sort of relaxed yet energized feeling. And it was tough. The class is tough because it's the dynamic end of Qigong. But I felt incredible. What you're doing is you're building the energy of the body whilst you're doing the movements like you're doing now. You're building Qi, you're moving the Qi that you've made, that resonance, the vibration, that frequency, that oxygenated blood, all deep into the organs and the body. Come back. And then you move it around dynamically using the musculoskeletal system, okay? And yet, when you're doing these exercises, you are indeed doing the equivalent of what you'd be doing in the gym. That's why I put the thing on, not because it's not about calories in versus calories out. There you go. 12 Rivers class, 300 calories. Okay, Catherine, this would be really useful, actually, if anyone's done caloriometers on these classes. And the 3 Treasures breath work. Yeah, you see Sandra with her breathing. Isn't it great? Sorry, I keep talking about Aaron and his dynamic stuff because that's kind of what I'm actually sort of doing at the moment, because the breath work stuff I've been doing for a long time. So, but can I just say, there you go, 147 this morning. Oh my God, let's get the caloriometers going. Catherine, can you make a note of this, please? Ruby, this is good stuff to get up onto the stories. I know I say it's not calories in versus calories out. Okay, it's not. It's about the health of the body. But go the other way, guys. It is useful to know, isn't it, when we've got our paceometers and things going on, like what is the equivalent? Because what we're trying to do is get people out of this kind of heart-thumping exercise, which actually often damages the joints and damages the body and depletes your Qi, okay? So if you can get the same calorie burn, if you can burn in 45 minutes of Aaron's dynamic class, 400 and 450 calories, then that's the same as going on the treadmill. And it's way nicer, way nicer. And exactly the flexibility and the strength, and you get the results. Okay, exactly, that's 1,500 steps, which, by the way, I recommend you do anyway. Okay, right. Let's breathe in. Up onto tiptoe and down. If you have fibromyalgia, get the spleen fact sheet, it's free. Fibromyalgia is a condition from the spleen. And tap the body with the tapper and gua sha. And then when you're ready, try and add in the 12 rivers and then the heaven and earth. And then once you've done all of that, see where you feel at the end of that, okay? That's the process. That's why we've created Hey You Fit the way that we have. Build, boost, and be. The idea is that you come into it at the level that you're at, okay? It's not one glove fits all. It's ultimately everybody in an ideal world would be doing a combination of all 3 of them. And during the course of a week, you would be doing ideally a couple of boost classes, a few build classes, and some meditations. The thing is, this does increase the heart rate, okay? So this class is a combo, okay? Because this is a sort of morning class. So the theory behind my class was to give everybody, it took me ages to work out what I was or wasn't going to put into this class. So my heart rate is up doing this class. So if you're not feeling it up right now, pull in your legs, really stretch. Now go the other way, breathe in, pull your stomach, pull your legs, tighten your arms. We're going into the more dynamic aspect of the class now, okay? But this class is as much about waking up the body, bringing in the fresh energy, having a connection to everyone, a lot of talking, a lot of information, getting the body ready for the day ahead, getting your mind in gear, okay? Getting your head in the game, reminding us what we really need to be thinking about, what the true priorities actually are, which is about our high spirit and our health and our vibrations and our organs, getting fresh oxygenated blood moving around the body, getting the circulation into its kind of yang exterior energy, okay? And then we're adding in the movement, which is what we're doing now. So that's this morning's class. And it's a community for people to talk to each other, to have their questions answered. So there's a whole load of different things that we're doing in this class each day, okay? But the idea then is to add in Hey You Fit modules into your day as and when you can. So if you're looking for the kind of the heart rate end of things, what am I doing now? Oh yes, I forgot. Okay, feet shoulder width apart, arms up. Now, claw your hands like this. This is the tiger claw, okay? This makes a difference from this. Do this and really tighten everything in your body. Now bend, go up onto tiptoes, bend at the knees. Tight, tight, tight. Pull it all in, tight. And up and completely relax. Notice you can really go tight with that body. Okay, really relax. Right, now breathe in, up, then tight. And up and down. Now really relax. Really relax. Notice that when you do that tiger claw and you really tighten it, you can then completely relax the body. It's a really, really good technique. Okay, now just follow my hands. We're just going to breathe in and just keep breathing, keep breathing. This is called Iron Shirt Qigong. This is to get high levels of oxygen into the body. Breathe in. And out. Breathe in. And out. One more really deep oxygenated breath. Breathe in. And out. Put your hands together. And now pull in your abdomen. These are the dynamic movements here. This one, this is called swimming dragon. You want to do figures of 8 like this if you can. You want to create an 8 shape if you possibly can. They're really crisscross over. Back pain, I just saw that come up. A very good technique for back pain, apart from, there's a whole load of stuff I can give you, but just quickly, gua sha and comb and tap the lower calves. It makes a massive difference. When we treat back pain in clinic, we're often needling the lower calves because of the relationship of the bladder, which I can show you in a second. I'll get to the end of the class, if you can hang on, and I will show you with Mr. whatever his name is going to be. He's yet to be named, so we will discuss that when we have our party, which we missed because we didn't realise we'd hit these numbers so quickly. We always get caught out every time. It's because we're very modest over here. We don't really think about it. We just want to help people. And then suddenly like, oh my God, we've suddenly got all these followers. Welcome, welcome, new people. Welcome to the gang. Right, take this down. This is the dynamic end of Qigong, okay? So when I'm doing the breath work, that's the introduction to what Sandra does, okay? These slow movements, that's what the 12 rivers and the heaven and earth. And then the more dynamic is the animal flows, okay? And the animal flows start today. 11 o'clock, I will be there. That is my exercise, that and this. And walking my doggy. There, right, just allow that to breathe. Often back pain is because of the bladder channel, which goes either side of the back, and the kidneys are responsible for the lower spine, the lower back, the hips and the knees. That's all kidneys, and the bones are kidneys. So what happens is when the stress response is hitting the kidneys, which it does to produce adrenaline, then they weaken. And what the body will do is it will draw the chi or the life force out of other areas to strengthen the organs. Because as I said earlier, the organs are the priority, okay? They manage everything, so other things have to give. It's like a budget, okay? You just have to cut out, I don't know, takeaways and holidays and luxuries in order to basically keep your house when you're having to make cuts. Well, the body does the same thing, okay? And therefore, the back will get weak because the chi is weak. You need to strengthen it back up, all right? And the way you start, if the pain's too much to start doing movements, you start with the breath. Start with Sandra's breath course and get yourself a tapper and tap and really meticulously do Sandra's breathing. Then add in the 12 rivers. Then add in the heaven and earth, okay? And by the time you've done all of that, you should be ready and you should be pain-free. By the time your body's in good shape, but you want to go a bit further, that's when you're ready for the animals, okay? Animals is the dynamic end. You need to be in good, you can't have major symptoms when you're doing the animals because we don't want you to injure yourself because the movements are quite dynamic. So for example, one of the movements is this. So you go down, whoops, and up like that, and down and up again, okay? It's that sort of movements. They're very dynamic, very good if your body's already strong, all right? Now, I don't think I can do the next exercise for me, so I'm just going to turn my phone around. Hang on one sec. So that I've got a bit more space. Ah, there we go. Right. Oh, hello, we're over here. Okay. Oh, so that's a bit high. Hang on. Okay. Up or down? Down. You go down, down, like here. Like that. Okay. Ooh, I feel like I'm on a TV. Hiya! Right. So, bend at the hips. Bend at the knees. Hands up. And round. Stretch. Ideally, there should be one fluid movement. I'm afraid I haven't quite got that yet. I have very tight hips. So this is practice for me as well. Oh, really enjoy this stretch. These are the movements, the heart rate goes up. Just going to tip that camera a bit more. There we go. There we go. You can see what I'm doing. Right. Breathe. Just allow this lovely, smooth flow. Oh. Around the body, these lovely figures of 8, balancing the body. Setting you up for the day. Nice, strong chi. Ready for everything. And what you'll notice after you've done a first class is that you'll leave this feeling relaxed yet energized. That's what you're after. You'll start to notice things will start to tone up. You work from the body on the inside to get the effects that you want on the outside. That's how it works. That's what makes it so special. Okay, there. And now just take your hands on the dantian, Circle that energy round the abdomen. Breathe. Go the other way. By the way, if anybody wants to learn the body techniques with the tools as much as the face techniques, Katie the Skin Whisperer, who's our head practitioner, we've got to get them live up onto the website, but she also teaches body gua sha as well and combing, okay? So you can just book in whilst we're still sorting ourselves out. So we're very under-resourced over at HeyU, so it takes a while to get these things in. But Katie wanted me to say, look, you can absolutely book in for body treatments as well. She's absolutely brilliant. She will help you get the best out of your tools, all right, and help you with what you need to learn to do. So there we go. Now, just take your tapper, the last bit of the class. It's really important to spend a couple of minutes now with me just tapping that lovely energy back deep into the bones. We need it stored. We don't want to just go and spew it all out in the first thing that comes along, okay? We want to get that energy into the body for the rest of the day. It's a really important thing to do. So thank you so much for joining me. Do try and join someone on HeyU Fit. I cannot emphasize enough, this is just your starter for 10. Okay, Aaron with the very dynamic animals, Jess with the 12 rivers, and Sandra with the deeper heaven and earth and breath. Okay, this is where the classes are going to. Once you've learned these sequences, you can then just practice them yourself in nature or join us for one of the master flows so that you've got the community there and that you can follow the teachers. There will always be new things for them to teach you. Jules and I are meticulous about the script now, making sure that we've got new content for you every week now that we're getting organised. Just tap though in the meantime your body. If you don't have a tapper, just use a loosely clenched fist. Tap the lower calves, okay? Especially people with back pain, fibromyalgia. Tapping the lower calves, really good. Qigong, so good for fibromyalgia. Loads of fact sheets up there, guys, if you're new. Lots and lots of free fact sheets that we give you. All of the organs have their own fact sheet. Cannot emphasize enough the topic of today. Look after the organs and the organs will take care of you. Breathe and enjoy the rest of your day. Have a lovely day. You've got enough energy now, ready to start. Have a look at HeyU Fit. Have a look at Katie the Skin Whisperer. Have a look at the HeyU method. I've got like all these people now backing me up so I can send you on to the right people, which is now, it's a long way where we were in lockdown when it was just me going, oh my God, can I answer everything myself? I'll do my best. Catherine, thank you so much as always for supporting me. Thank you everyone. Thank you Qigong. Anyone that supported me watching Trini, thank you so much. I can't do these things without your support. I do get nervous, believe it or not. There's one thing chatting every morning to my closed group where I know I can basically say anything and relax about it. But when you're in that kind of pressure, it is quite nerve-wracking. So I'm extremely grateful for your support. We will be doing a party. We've hit 25,000. I literally cannot believe it. It was amazing when we hit 10,000 and now we've hit 25. It is quite incredible. So welcome anybody new that's just joined us. Welcome, welcome. Do go and join the Qigong on Facebook. That is our super fans who really support each other. It's a massive community of people who are there helping each other with all the things that they've learned from me and from all the people that I've then sent them to. So there's a huge wealth of community support right there, okay? So thank you all so much. Have a lovely day. I better stop wanging on and I will see you all in the morning. Thank you. Bye-bye.